Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thanks very much. Now, Commissioner Adam Silver is continuing to push for the creation of an in-season tournament. He says the notion is to steal a page from European soccer. It's not the Larry O'Brien Trophy, but something secondary that teams care about. Something you'd see players go into that extra gear for. Kevin, back to you.
That's pretty intriguing, DA. It's an interesting story, and we thank you for giving it to us. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Bagley and Stewart make up the inside pair. Cunningham and Bay share the wing duty, and it's Ivy in at the one spot. And for the Knicks, Randall and Robinson will be the inside pair, sharing the wing spots, Fournier and Barrett. And it's Brunson in at the point guard position. And Greg, starting your career with the Knicks, what's the pressure like playing in New York City?
I tell you, the amount of media following you, the size of the city, it can be intimidating. But if you win, man, there's nothing like playing in New York.
Now, here's Barrett. Shot clock at 6. The shot, no good. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Pass to Ivy. Shoots over Brunson, and that one goes long. Fournier finds Brunson. Barrett with the ball. And they call an illegal screen.
That's great. Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Cunningham looking it over. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And this is the beauty of Cunningham. He can score from anywhere on the floor. That length, obviously, a huge advantage.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Now, here's Fournier. Pass to Robinson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Greg, in the era of positionless basketball, Mitchell Robinson is an old school center, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, during his first 4 years in the league, Robinson didn't attempt a single three. Has led the league in shooting percentage, so Mitchell knows his role.
Shoot 2. And he makes the first. And Greg, beyond the lottery picks, this Pistons team has a lot of young players looking to make a name for themselves.
Second-round picks are guys let go by their first team. There's an underdog quality to the roster. Guys hungry to prove they belong.
And so he hits both.
And when you look at the complete game of the Detroit Pistons, there are struggles on both ends of the floor, which I'm sure can feel discouraging at times.
Now, here's Stewart. Right side Bagley. Ivy kicks to Cunningham. Randall grabs the board. Here's Barrett. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And looking at the Pistons' recent performance, Greg, which end would you want to see improve first?
Kevin, I'd have to say defense. More stops means more chances in the open floor, and it would help them keep games competitive.
Bay wide open, and he fires. Misses the 3. Passes it to Brunson. To the paint. Here's Randall. Detroit with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Ivy passes to Bay. He kicks to Ivy. There's the pass to Cunningham. Shoots over Brunson. Top of the key jumper, no good. The Knicks with the lead. Fournier in the corner. Pass to Barrett. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Good concentration from the man out of Toronto, Ontario, R.J. Barrett. Go ahead with the contact finish.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
And it's been a rough stretch for the New York Knicks, a team that has only had a handful of playoff appearances in the last 20 years.
It's your Knicks sitting answer. Your feet fans and make some noise. It's your Knicks sitting answer. Here they are, fans. Put your hands together for your Knicks sitting answer.
A different look for New York. Obi Toppin's checked in for Robinson. Rose comes in for Fournier. And quickly in for Jalen Brunson. New York on D. Here's Durham. Kicks to Hayes. Tries again, and he sinks the layup.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
And this is why you get the ball into his hands. Let him establish the pace and rhythm of the game.
Now here's Rose. Here's Randall. Got a piece of it. Here's Knox. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on R.J. Barrett.
But I really like Kevin Knox taking the initiative and seeking contact right there. Nicely done.
The Pistons shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. The first one falls.
Well, as somebody who grew up in New York and New Jersey, I was a Knicks fan, right? They have such a great history. Think back to the championship team of the 70s, Walt Clyde Frazier, then the Patrick Ewing era, Bernard King. They have had so many Hall of Famers.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And Doris, growing up around New York, what makes this Knicks franchise so special?
Well, I think certainly the energy of the city, the passion for the game of basketball, playing in the Mecca, how fired up opponents are to play in Midtown Manhattan. The Knicks are a team that everyone follows.
And growing up around basketball, R.J. Barrett's dad played a bunch of places. R.J. spent a lot of his childhood in France.
What's up? And that one falls for Barrett.
R.J. Barrett, still such a young talent in the NBA, but this is something this young man has dreamed about for as long as he can remember. He has the work habits and the commitment to be great.
Now here's Hayes. Detroit, no good that time either. And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. Pistons trailed by 3. The shot and game clock separated by 4. From deep, kept alive, Toppin, and Toppin throws it down.
We're talking about a 6'9" guy with a 7'2" wingspan. Toppin loves to be above the rim, picks up the loose change.
Even from over here, you can see that was pretty clear.
The Pistons shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Free throw good, Burks.
Alec Burks continuing to develop into a dependable scorer. He's got great size for a 2-guard.
Both shots good from the stripe. He gets it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Knicks lead by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Greg, you look at a player putting up big numbers on a losing team. How do you determine if those are quality numbers, so to speak?
You know, Kevin, it's a great question because somebody's going to put up points or collect rebounds or get assists. So, you look at efficiency, you look at effort, and there's no doubt that you can have winning players on losing teams.
Jalen Brunson out there with Emmanuel quickly. Then it's Evan Fournier. Then there's Obi Toppin. And it's Robinson in at the 5 spot. They're the group New York will start the second with. Now here's Bay. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to quickly. Some nice passing by New York here. Now here's Brunson. His 3-pointers off the mark. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, guys. Growing up, Mitchell Robinson didn't play basketball, but a 7-inch growth spurt in the 8th grade changed things. He fell to the 36th pick overall in 2018, but his physical tools have made him a presence. One key to his success, he says, just run the floor. If you're the first man down the court, you can get the ball. Kevin, that sounds pretty simple to me.
It does to me, too. Keep it simple and use that athleticism. David, thanks.
So good at keeping his balance. Evan Fournier's ability to stay composed and find a way to capitalize, nicely done.
That was the 2K drive, as that move deserved another look.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had, taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this one.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
That one falls for Brunson. Bagley, he's checked in for Noel. And both free throws good for Brunson. And it's Cunningham with the ball for Detroit, trailing by 5. Passes it to Bay. He kicks it to Cunningham. Shoots over Brunson. Misses off the right iron. The Knicks have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Second quarter play with almost 3 minutes gone.
Chemistry Toppin has with his teammates. Just get up over the rim and finish it with authority, Obi.
Cunningham passes to Bay. Now, here's Ivy. Quickly covering. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Pistons shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Free throw, no good. So for the Knicks, Julius Randle's checked in for Toppin. R.J. Barrett comes in for Fournier. And it's Rose in for Jalen Brunson. Detroit also making some changes. Olenek, he's checked in for Stewart. Kevin Knox comes in for Sadiq Bey. And it's Burks in for Cunningham. And he's good on the second. The Knicks leading by 6. The pass to Barrett. Robinson. And the dunk by Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson knows who he is, a vertical spacer. What a pretty dunk.
You know, Doris, I feel for guys like Emmanuel Quickly. The college tournament canceled his final season.
And that's brutal. You can never replace the excitement of March. But Quickly is starting a long NBA career at last. That 2020 tournament cancellation ended a lot of college basketball careers. And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And just a shade over 70% from the line a season ago. That's an area I'm sure he wants to improve.
Hayes is checked in for the Pistons.
What's up?
And that one falls for Barrett. Pistons trailed by 11. Burks kicks to Hayes. Pass to Knox. Bounce pass from Olynyk. Pass to Hayes. On deep. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And the shot goes in. Randall's got the lead up to 13 now for the Knicks.
Now that is patented Julius Randle. Put it on the deck and look to score.
Here's Knox. Back to Burks. There's the dish to Bagley. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Boy, I don't think he'll get a screen assist for that pick, but they get the points, and that's all that matters.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Free throws off from Bagley.
And the game Bagley has reminds me a little bit of Chris Bosh, a sweet lefty who completes with force and passion.
Guys, he's such a big target. On the alley-oop, throw it up. Mr. Robinson, the only one in the building who can catch it and finish.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. A three-pointer off the mark. Barrett for 3. And he gets it back. Quickly with a wide open look. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
R.J. Barrett with excellent vision. And it's not just the vision, it's the ability to put it on time and on target. Nicely done.
And so it's New York. Their lead at 15 going into the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Joined by Dwayne Casey. Tough time protecting the paint so far. What has to change there?
You gotta get square. You gotta get your body in front of him, contain. You gotta live with something, but most of all, you gotta get your body in front of him and contain. You gotta have a body in front of him.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate the time. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. The period came to a close with them holding a 3-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Knicks.
They're getting into the lane whenever they want, getting some high percentage looks. I don't see the coaching staff switching up. Keep it simple. Want your opponent to adapt.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
Well, they're not finding good shots, and that starts with their ball movement. Too much hero basketball. They need to sharpen up the attack. More motion, quick cuts, get the ball inside. There's no way they're coming back with that type of ball.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side,
my brother.
big gap on the scoreboard. The second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Nice game. Great performance by R.J. Barrett.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Bay and Bagley will slot in at small and power forward. Cade Cunningham out there with Ivy. And Stewart in at the 5. And here's Barrett. After Marvin Bagley getting his shot to go from deep. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Ivy.
Oh, defending Cunningham, boy, a challenge. You have to pay extra attention. That's when you leave someone open.
Now, here's Fournier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off target from outside. Pistons trailed by 10, down low, and then Cunningham with the dunk.
And the challenge defensively is to find Cunningham at all 3 levels. He can beat you at the rim. He can beat you from 30 feet out and everything in between.
Now, here's Fournier. Barrett wide open. He fires. Knocks down the 3-ball. Barrett's got 13.
Pitt works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
Toppin's checked in for the Knicks. Duran, he's checked in for the Pistons. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Bay passes to Ivy. Pass to Duran. 5 to shoot. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Toppin, good.
Excellent concentration by Obi Toppin. It doesn't matter where he is on the floor. This guy's physical, and he's willing to absorb that contact.
Cunningham against quickly. Here's Cunningham. 6 points for him. Here's Stewart. Some solid defense from Robinson. The Knicks leading by 13. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Toppin throws it down.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Now here's Bay. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Trains the three-pointer.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Not that long ago, of course, the analytical team shot way more three-pointers, and they found a temporary edge. But now every team shoots a lot of threes, and it's more about personnel. When it's a superstar shooting the ball, that mid-range jumper can be very efficient. Guys?
And DA, we see it all the time. Brandon Ingram with the New Orleans Pelicans. KD, the two players in Phoenix with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. DeRozan in Chicago. I'll hit those all day long. David, thank you. So for the Knicks, Ando comes in for Mitchell Robinson, and Derrick Rose is subbed in for Quickly. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Olynyk is checked in for Stewart. Kevin Knox comes in for Sadiq Bey. Alec Burks checked in for Cunningham. And Hayes subbed in for Ivy. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Greg, just like you, Julius Randle is a southpaw, left-handed.
Yeah, you know, the angles are different for lefties. We operate a little differently. And I think that can throw defenders off. So I'm always going to pull for the southpaw.
He's off on the first.
Guys, what you love about Julius Randle is the well-rounded nature of his game. Because he works so hard on his shooting ability, it makes his dribble drive that much more dangerous.
Detroit making a switch here. Noel's checked in. And he ends up missing both free throws. Pistons trailed by 12 to the inside. Burks. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Well, you love the cleverness of Alec Burks. My goodness, how remarkable is that into the lane and finish?
Now the pass to Barrett. Back to Rose. Throws it up high. And Toppin throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's Knox. Tipped away. Randle passes to Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
Yeah, Julius Randle has a good feel on the offensive end. On time and on target with the pass.
Hayes the pass to Knox. Burks on the wing. Shoots. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
Wow, look at the way the big man Noel set up his guys, puts the pass in the perfect position, easy shot.
Brunson finds Randle. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. To the right side. No one near him. Kept alive by New York. It's up a three. He's off on that one. And so it's the New York Knicks enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Here's Rose. The pairing up front, Toppin and Randle. Emmanuel quickly out there with Rose. And it's Fournier in at the three. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Credit Julius Randle, off-season preparation, trying to build the three-point range.
Pass to Bey. Stewart kicks to Bey. She's over Fournier. Off the left rim and out.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And it's quickly missing. Pistons trailed by 15. Cunningham outside. Five on the clock. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Rose. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I tell you, one of these guys who just specializes in drawing contact from the defender. Derrick Rose always attacking.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for New York.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
Also, I just love how hard they've taken the ball to the rack. They've made a point of attacking, and it's led to them getting buckets.
And New York making a change here. Robinson's checked in. Good on the second free throw.
Well, an interesting thing about Derrick Rose, right? Over his career, he's been an up-and-down jump shooter, but he's been remarkably consistent from the free throw line.
Now here's Bay. Cunningham inside, working on Rose. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, you look at the counting numbers for Cade Cunningham. He fills up a stat sheet. The key for him moving forward, though, efficiency.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And you talk about Cade's efficiency. Greg on a struggling team, that can be a challenge.
Yeah, without great shooters around him, he's forced into taking tough shots or turnovers. And as the team improves, though, I think the percentages should come around.
It's checked in for New York. And so Cunningham nails both of them.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Now here's Fournier. On the wing quickly. And that one hits back iron. Pistons trailed by 14. Over in the corner, Cunningham. Now Bay. Here's Ivy. Makes it off the glass.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
There is no let up in this man. He is doing everything in his power to keep this game close.
You know, Mitchell Robinson plays such a critical role for them on the interior. If he can consistently make these shots, what a weapon he is.
Bagley, second shot opportunity. Robinson with the block. Outside Fournier. Back to quickly. Shot from 12. The rebound by Ivy. Pistons trailed by 14. Pass to Bagley. The kick out to Cunningham. Passes it to Ivy. Latrey. And they recover it. Bagley with the bucket.
And how about the persistence on the backboard? Love how hard Bagley works on the offensive glass. Wants to outwork everybody.
Now, here's Barrett. Right side Fournier. Got a hand on it. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Jalen Brunson. He's checked in for quickly. And Detroit with a change here, too. Olenek, he's checked in for Isaiah Stewart. .103 left here in the fourth quarter. And they'll get another chance.
Oh, great job there, tracking down the long rebound, and the clock will continue to run.
Here's Randall. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. And the Knicks lead by 14.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
And it's the fearlessness of Bagley that earns him these calls. Plays with such ferocity.
At the line, 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
That free throw, no good. So New York ends up going with the new group. And a different look here for the Pistons. Duran, he's checked in for Olynyk. Diallo comes in for Sadiq Bey. Hayes, he's checked in for Cunningham. Saban Lee's subbed in for Ivy. Second free throw, no good. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
McBride passes to Reddish. Here's Grimes. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range, McBride's shot is off. And here's Diallo. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Diallo at the line, 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
And he knocks down the first one. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. So no problem for New York as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.